So I'm gonna try doing a video about just eating a bunch of pizza. So I guess that's called a mukbang now. But I'm new to this, so I can't post forever. So I'm just gonna eat a bunch of pizza. I had a really stressful day yesterday. Unfortunately, I already started, so I already had 2 breadsticks. But these cheesy breadsticks are pretty good. So. Mm. Now I have to save half of this cheesy breadsticks because my kid will be coming home later, so he gets to eat the rest of it. But I'm gonna eat. We'll see how many pieces of pizza I can eat though on my own. You know, when I was younger, I could eat like a lot, but I have lost quite a bit of weight since I was a kid. So. Let's go ahead and put this away. I already finished half because I had 2 breadsticks before I even started. So. Right there. Oh, he left everything on the table. Mm. Carbs. So I had a really stressful day yesterday. Now, the healthy thing to do as a grown adult would be to go work out to help relieve all that stress and get rid of that stress ball that forms in this pit of your stomach. But then there's pizza. So I'm going to eat pizza tonight. It's only unhealthy if you do this constantly. I only do this once in a blue moon, so. Uh-oh. Okay, so we got a lot of pizzas. One of them was for my kid, and did they write the name on there? Of course they didn't. Yep. Okay, he's at the very bottom. He just wanted a pepperoni or a sausage, so I got him a pepperoni. Who doesn't like pepperoni? I mean, unless you have a religious reason to not eat pork, eat pork. Alright, so I'm starting with the veggie pizza slice. It was on sale, so that's why I decided to get it. I live in an area, I don't think a lot of vegetarians are around here, but there we go. That makes it better. I actually tried to be a vegetarian when I was in college. And then my first year out of college, when I was in the AmeriCorps, I continued trying to be a vegetarian. But then I went to New Mexico as part of the AmeriCorps, and everybody there eats beef. So all my friends would take me out for Mexican food or Tex-Mex or something, and I just love hamburgers anyway. So. And then I went to Korea, and all the ajumas there, they really tried to push you to eat seafood and pork all the time. So I ate pork. And then I just gave up on being a vegetarian. I didn't chew all that piece the whole way. That was gross. Might have to just show multiple videos of the same eating. This is going to take a while. What are you barking at? So while pizza's good and everything, it is going to make me gain weight the next couple days here, so. And I'm already trying to lose weight. So I'm going to have to pull out my exercise bike or actually go for walks. But luckily it's spring, so that's not a hard thing. I'm going to take the dogs for a walk, but they are pains in the butts, and they do not like going on the leash. So they're yard trained though. So. Round 2. You know, one of the things I remember about Korea is that when my son and I would get a pizza, they would always put corn on it. And we'd always joke about that they think Americans have to eat corn all the time because they eat rice all the time. You get used to it. I don't know if they still do that. I haven't lived in Korea for, I can't even remember, probably about 7 years, maybe more, probably more. Let's try another kind of pizza. Chicken bacon ranch. Oh, the dogs are going to want this one because it's got bacon all over it. There you go. I'll give you a piece of bacon. One for you. And one for you. I'm not tasting any ranch though, just the chicken and the bacon, which is still good, but. The foster son that lived with me the longest for about 2.5 years, this was his favorite pizza that we would get. He just loved chicken and he loved bacon and he loved ranch. Put ranch on everything, even stuff it wasn't supposed to go on. If it wasn't ranch, it was hot sauce. If it wasn't hot sauce, it was cheese. That kid ate more cheese than any kid I know, including me, and I love cheese. Not wasting that bacon. Let me get another one. I asked my current foster son if he wants meat lovers pizza, and he said no. Oop, I can't really show that in there, can I? He said he doesn't like bacon. That's crazy. Ironically, the foster son I said that likes this pizza, he works for that company right now. He wasn't there when I went to pick it up, though. He works the morning shift. He's the one that preps the dough in the morning and stuff. He's the other one that aged out of the system while living with me and decided to stay in town because, well, because he's got a girlfriend here, so. I don't think we're allowed to show beer. I'm going to have to edit that out. Alright. Like I said, I'll just do a couple of both of each kind and then... What is this? This is the one that grosses most people out, but I love it. I'm one of those people. I think you already know what it's going to be. It is the Hawaiian pizza with pineapple in it. Whoop. Cheese goes good with fruit, and pineapple's a fruit. My mom and stepdad used to own a pizza restaurant when I was younger. And after a while, I just tried like every kind of topping I could. And then I found the pineapple one and I was like, oh yeah, this is the stuff. And ironically, I learned that Hawaiian pizza is not actually from Hawaii, it's from Canada. So so is peanut butter, actually. Peanut butter was invented in Canada. Everybody thinks it was George Washington Carver, but it wasn't. That was not one of the things he invented for peanuts. So if you're wondering, yes, my foster son knows I'm doing this, but he didn't want to sit here and see me stuff my face full of food. So that's why he's at his friend's house. Also, it's Friday. So he's just hanging out with his friends because he doesn't have to worry about school for a couple days. I don't have to worry about work for a couple days, so when I'm sitting here feeling sick tomorrow because I ate too much food tonight, it's worth it. Sometimes it's just worth it to eat. I'd rather feel sick than feel that stress ball in my stomach. So. But if you have any suggestions on how to lose weight after eating copious amounts of food like this without vomiting, then go ahead and let me know. Post it in the comments below, as they always say on YouTube. It's been a while since I've had like a lot of pizza. Usually each person in the house will get one pizza and it'll last for like 2 days. Well, depends on how old the teenager is that I have living here at the time. So. And depends on the teenager. I had one here who was super skinny. He would eat his entire pizza. Then he would like go for other people's too. Excuse me. YouTube growl at everything. Did that possum get under the house again? Is that what you're growling at? When I moved into this house, it had been abandoned for 10 years. I did a lot of work to fix it up. And I'm still doing some work on it, but there was a possum living in here. People thought it was haunted, but it was just a possum. I smacked it on the booty to get it out of the house because it wouldn't leave. It just curled up in the corner, and I'm like, get out, out, out. And I tried to get it. I left the door open. I tried shooing it, tried luring it out with food. Nothing. Finally, I just got a ruler, and I smacked it on the butt, a yardstick that my grandmother gave me. And it ran out of here. It tried to get in the house a couple times after that, and I kind of felt bad because this was its home. But so now it just lives under my kitchen in the cellar, but only in the winter. They eat bugs. I don't mind it being out in the cellar. I just don't want it in my house. It is watching it though. It's funny watching it when the dogs are outside and it plays dead, playing possum. And they're so confused, and I'm just laughing because, you know, I know it's not. So far that was 6 pieces of pizza and 5 cheesy breadsticks. Alright, on to the next pizza. What's next? Oh, just lift up I ordered way too many pizzas. What I did was I just put in the order I did last time, because last time I had a lot of kids living here because I had a family group. And the only thing extra I added was pepperoni, because last time I didn't order pepperoni, and I was like, whoops, I ordered too much. Because I actually only wanted like 3 pizzas. So instead I got 6. I got 6 pizzas? Really? No. One of these is the bread crust. I got 5 pizzas and breadsticks. So this one is the supreme pizza, obviously. This was my other foster kid's favorite, the one that would eat everybody else's pizza. I miss him. Actually, I miss most of them. I miss the happy moments when they were here. Not the insane, crazy moments where they're fighting the police and doing other stuff. Just barking at the neighbors. If you're going to eat copious amounts of pizza, thin crust is usually the better one. I should have ordered a cheese crust pizza. Those are always, especially when it's still warm and the cheese is all melty. Oh, that's the best. don't know why I did that when I have a tissue right in front of me. Old habits die hard. Or I guess I should say you can't teach a new dog new tricks, huh? 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 Little beggars. You already know he's going to end up giving you his crust later on, so. And it'll be clogging your digestive tracts. So one of the years I lived in China, I worked for an elite academy that just opened up, and we had a new Chicago teacher there and a British teacher, who was the music teacher and the science teacher. No, he wasn't the science teacher. Yeah, he was. The Chicago guy was the chemistry teacher. Anyway, so we went out to a bar one night, and we were all talking. And he started going into the details about how Chicago pizza is different than New York pizza. And the British guy just looks at me and goes, "What's the difference between New York and Chicago?" Man, my Chicago coworker got into the British guy's face and started screaming and yelling and everything. I mean, I've never seen anybody get so mad about something so frivolous. So, and I know there's going to be Chicago people and New York people be like, oh, there is a difference. Yeah, I know. There's a difference, but you're also very similar too. So, and you're both American. So, excuse me. Anyway, the British guy didn't like that, and he's from London, and he's a scrapper, and he was young, and he just pulled back his fist and punched the Chicago guy right in the face, and he flew across the bar, and everybody stopped talking, and they all looked over us, and I was just like, "Oh, it's okay. They've been drinking." And either it was the tone of my voice or they actually understood enough English because they were like, "Oh, okay," and went back to their normal festivities. So and that was a funny night, though. So a lot happened that night after that. Crazy stuff, but I can't tell you that on here. Hmm. They got one sitting at my feet hoping I'll drop something. The other one sitting at the back door staring off. They're looking for cats. They didn't hear me good. They usually go crazy when I say that. I have no idea how many pizzas I'm going to be able to finish. I could probably finish 2 large pizzas. We'll see if I can do more. I also got some key lime pie though, so. Didn't use my sleeve this time. Alright, what's next? Oh. The next one was his pepperoni pizza, so I'm going to put that aside. Let's start over from the beginning with the... what did I start with? I don't even remember anymore. Was it chicken bacon range? Whatever. I'll start with that anyway. 2 more slices. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8 slices I've already eaten, plus 5 of the cheesy breadsticks. This will be 9. My foster son's going to have to wheel me out of here tomorrow when we're going to go to the grocery store. Get the furniture dolly. or more like Hannibal Lecter in the movie, not the TV show. Although they were both pretty good, but nothing beats the original usually. So. Hello, Clarice. Yeah, I don't wear my wedding ring anymore. Not after what happened. Luckily, it happened enough time after we got married that I can annul our marriage. So, you just can't trust some people. I got this ring when I was in Korea. There's a guy making them in the it was like a flea market area that used to be the stadium. They tore it down last time I was in Korea, but I used to shop there all the time because that's where I could find good clothes for my size. Because being American, I'm bigger than a lot of the Koreans there. So don't get me wrong though, younger Korean guys are really tall. They're some of the tallest Asians out there. So my son is Korean. He's as tall as me though, but he's all buff and muscular because he used to be a Marine. So now he's in college, and he's dating the most beautiful Hispanic, Latina, whatever you're gonna call her, girl. She's beautiful. And his girlfriend before was also Hispanic or Latina. I would consider them Hispanic because of the lighter skin tone, but it's different for different areas. When I'm in Florida, they say Hispanic people are people from the island of Hispaniola, which it would be Cuba, right? And Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, although some Dominicans they don't consider that, but Dominicans themselves do. And then Latino would be people from Latin America, which would be Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, all those places. But when I lived in New Mexico, it was the people in like Santa Fe and Albuquerque said they were Hispanic. They were which I guess other people would call them Chicano. They were the original Spanish people who settled there. And everybody in southern New Mexico was Latino. So I thought that was funny. I was like, you're basically the same, but that's how you divide yourselves. Now this is when I was younger. As you can see, I'm an older man now, so I don't know what it is now. I haven't lived in Florida for a few years. Even when I was there last, it was just a short time because I lived overseas for so long. 15 years overseas. Excuse me, wow. Don't worry, I don't drink too many of those. I have kids to take care of. I don't want to be one of those kinds of dads. Also, I can't really have it around the house, so what I do have, I have to drink. So I learned that you can't trust the kids with that. I don't feel like locking it up, so I only got two, so I'll drink two. Teenage boys. Oh my god, my nose turned red. Ever since I was forced to go into semi-retirement, I became such a lightweight. Oh well. The only thing about doing this is that I usually have either the TV on or I'm watching YouTube. hello, and or I'm watching or listening to music. But tonight I'm eating dinner with you, or whenever you're watching this, as I tell my weird stories about my weird life. My current foster kid said that I was full of myself because I said that you're never going to meet another person like me. You're not. My life experience is just the living overseas for 15 years in multiple countries. Just my dating life, everything has just been so weird. I've never met anybody else like me exactly. Not even close. How many slices was that? There's 2 of those. Oh, back to the bottom of the pile. So that's 10 slices. And I'm still going. I'm already starting to feel a little bit in my stomach though. I might be able to eat half of each pizza. There's still 2 whole pizzas. I think my younger self, I think I'd be okay with how I'm eating. So you may be wondering, what's my usual diet like? Well, when I don't have foster kids, because they do come and go, it's not up to me. Well, usually not up to me, but I eat very basic. I'll just have like a basic wrap. So I'll just get like a piece of meat, put on some tortilla shell thing, like a burrito wrap, and then I'll just a small one, not like a huge one, and then I'll put some salad and a pickle, and then some wasabi or something like that, and I'll eat like 2 or 3 of those depending on how hungry I am. That's it. That's my dinner. For lunch, I'll eat a little bit of trail mix, and then sometimes I'll have like some sort of jerky or something. Is it? And if I don't eat that, sometimes I won't eat until dinner at all if I'm home. If I go to work, I have to eat something because that's not healthy. But if I'm just staying home all day and I don't have any other plans, sometimes I just won't eat till dinner. And and then sometimes I will just eat a big bowl of oatmeal for breakfast. I used to eat it all the time, but it makes you uncomfortable to be around when you have to eat that much fiber all the time. So. We're back to the veggie pizza. There's so much editing to do in this. Which Brody is it? Sorry. Somebody wants to be my friend now. Unfortunately, it was the cause of some of the drama from yesterday. That was me. That's me. My foot is hitting the chair. It's getting harder and harder for me to pay attention to that. Don't worry. My foster kid won't be home in for a couple hours, and by that time I'll burn it all off. I hope I burn it all off. I'm allowed to have a couple drinks, though. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't drink that often. Like I said, it's just some of the reasons why I had to do a semi-retirement is why I can't drink anymore. It's also why I don't eat that much anymore. Excuse me. Mm. You're gonna see it in my face. It's only when my head starts getting really sweaty that that's when I know that I've had way too much. It's getting stuck like right there. Means I've been eating too much. Well, that was 2 of those. So that means I'm up to 12 now. That's, wait, isn't that 2 whole pizzas already? I don't know how people can eat copious amounts of food and just... Isn't like the person who always wins those hot dog eating contests like some scrawny person from Japan? Pineapple pizza again. Just the taste of the pineapple mixed in with the tomato sauce and then the cheese. And you got the ham on there that just... Alright, this one is my favorite one. It's been my favorite pizza forever. I really don't get the amount of hate people get for just liking pineapple on pizza. Pineapple goes good with cheese and then the tomato sauce. Get over it. I can already hear some of you being like, well, that's not like the original Italian pizza. None of this is like the original Italian pizza. This, what we eat in America, that was invented by Italian immigrants in America, just like hamburgers were invented by German immigrants in America. They took something from their homeland and they repurposed it for American tastes, and this is what modern pizza became. Besides, tomatoes weren't even originally from Italy, they were from Mexico. But man, those Italians, they took tomatoes from Mexico, they took pasta from China, they took herbs from everywhere. Made some wonderful food. Nope. Just use the tissue to wipe my nose, not my sleeve. We have a belching contest and a farting contest in our household. I do live with a bunch of teenage boys, so you know. So far, my last two foster kids, not last two, but the longest living foster kids that have lived here, who currently don't, but they have the trophies for that. So the one that was aged out of the system here, he was like 5 feet tall, but man, his belch was like, excuse me, never heard anybody that small belch that loud before. Well, the one that would eat everybody else's pizza, super skinny. Pretty sure he was lactose intolerant, but he didn't want to admit to that because it was usually after having like pizza or some other dairy that he had those problems. But at least he was proud of it and won an award for it. I don't know how people can eat all this. It's just, oh my god. This is the second one of this already? Wow. I eat too fast sometimes. My dad eats really fast. He'll just like shovel the food in his mouth. He's like, well, when I was in the army, that's what we did. I'm like, Dad, Vietnam was a long time ago. You've had time to change your eating habits. Are you two done? No. That's just a neighbor talking to his dog. There we go. That was a weird burp. I really don't know how those people. I've seen a couple of. I am talking. You be good. Don't wag your tail at me. I've seen these mukbang videos and they just eat and eat. How can they eat all that food? It's just. I mean, your stomach has to be huge to handle that. I've lost a lot of weight, but my stomach shouldn't have shrunk that much, should it? Oh, okay, there's the meat supreme pizza. When I finish these 2 slices, then I've had 2 whole pizzas. Large pizzas. Meat supreme. 2 slices. What are you barking at? Are you trying to agitate that little chihuahua next door? Fine, I'll give you a piece of pepperoni. Here you go. Good girl. Mm. Oh my God. Okay. I'm already getting stuffed. Actually, I'm already stuffed, but I'm gonna finish these 2 slices here. Oh my God. I'll be able to eat more, but just not in one sitting. This is like a 2-sitting meal. This is actually 2 days worth of food right here. Actually, with each pizza, this should have been like 4 days worth of food, but. Ooh. I feel like Homer Simpson when he was in New Orleans. Where's your vomitorium? No, so where is your nearest vomit? Did he say cleanest too? I can't remember. Anyway, vomitorium. Ugh. I think I'll go run around in the backyard with the dogs for a while after this. Mm. Oh God. This is what stress does to you when you want to stress eat. Wow. I was overweight for a long time. And my weight goes up and down. I have no control over it usually. Even if I diet, it just doesn't go away. Just something happens in my life to change everything and it just goes away. And then I start going back to comfort foods. Pizza is a comfort food. Luckily, I don't get it too much because I don't feel like spending the money on it, but being a cheapskate, I don't say cheapskate. Budget minded. There we go. Being a budget minded person is helpful. I don't know. Pizza might be like the thing I ask for if I'm on my deathbed, though. The last thing I want to eat is I want to eat a lot of pizza. But then how am I going to feel as sick as I'm starting to get ready to feel? Oh no. If you don't have to feel the sickness of it, you might as well. I don't know. A lot of people say they want steak or lobster for their last meal. I'm actually not a steak person. I know, you're going crazy right now. I do like steak, I'm just not. I'm more of a hamburger person. I think for my next video, or at least a video coming up, I'm going to make sloppy joes and just eat a crap ton of those. That's not an accurate unit of measurement, is it? But a buttload is. That's an actual unit of measurement. Oh, they're staring at the cats again. Oh. Well, I think I did pretty good, considering that I have not eaten a lot of food for a while. I ate like a handful of chips today instead of a trail mix. So that's all I had for until now. I just didn't feel like eating. I had that stress ball in my stomach, and it's just. I hate that stress ball. Sorry, I won't explain what happened to me yesterday, but some of the people who are nearby me kind of know what happened. But it was just stupid. I was singled out, and I'm not the only person that noticed it either. Several other people commented in person that I was singled out. But I'm just more upset over the fact that I can't see some of the people for a little bit. Because they moved me to, oh, darn it. They moved me to the other place for a while as punishment. It's not really that much of a punishment. It's just the hours are cut, so. 3 years of it, near exemplary service. I completely messed up the pronunciation of that, didn't I? It's okay. I'm semi-retired. This is just my part-time job anyway. My full-time job is taking care of these kids when they're here, of which he will be here in about an hour. So hopefully he doesn't have to wheelbarrow me around after this. Oh. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat that key lime pie tonight. I'm going to have to hide it from him so he doesn't eat it. Did you know teenage boys, they're on a seafood diet, especially when it comes to snacks. They see it, they're going to eat it. I like my current foster son. We get along pretty well. He's got his issues like all the other kids that have come through here, but, you know, so far it's been pretty good. I've only had one foster daughter here, and that is the only one I will ever have because that was a nightmare. Excuse me. So I only take in boys. I won't regale you with the tortures that she did and the things that she did, but it was bad. Bad to my home, anyway. Let me just sit for a minute and see if I get any more. Oh, I have no idea how I'm going to edit all this. Oh, it took me an hour just to eat the. Probably should just. I wanted to live stream it, but they wouldn't let me. They said I had to wait until I've posted more videos. So. This is. Oh my god. That was a lot of food. I don't feel as stressed anymore, though. I'll feel it again probably Monday. It's not really something to be stressed about during the weekend when, you know. And then spring break is coming up, so that'll be fun. Not really. I gotta clean up my garage, so that's probably what I'll be doing for the week while my current foster son's out gallivanting around with his friends in town. We live in a small town. It's okay. And I'm gonna take it another kid, so we'll see. We'll see when and how he does. He just has to fit in with my current foster kid and not be the kind of kid who destroys a home, which I'm sorry to say a lot of them tend to do. So I love kids, I really do, but it's also my home, so You know, if the kid's going to be destroying a lot of stuff, which I had a couple kids this summer who destroyed multiple pieces of furniture on purpose. You know, just didn't work out. Oh. I know you can't see it here, but oh my gosh, I feel like I've gained like 50 pounds. Oh. And this is why you shouldn't eat your feelings. It's good for a little bit, but then you end up getting fat, and then body positivity only seems to work for girls, boys. If a guy's fat, he's fat. Oh. I ate so much food that I can actually feel it pressing on my diaphragm, making it harder to breathe. My stomach is like went from like this size to like this size in an hour. Oh. And my dog's looking at me like, what? What are you talking about? Anyway, that's all I'm going to be able to eat. I can't eat anymore. But that's still, I think that was impressive. I ate 2 whole pizzas by eating half of 4 different pizzas. So, plus the 5 cheesy breadsticks. And probably about another couple hours, I'm going to try that key lime pie. Because who doesn't like key lime pie? You'd have to be crazy. Anyway, enjoy your weekend, people. Signing off.